Welcome back to 624 here on your Wednesday morning. About a year and a half ago, we profiled a company called Humtown Products, where they kind of injected new technology into what was a very old industry. And now it's been working so well, they've expanded that area quite a bit. So today we're taking a return trip to Latonia for Tech Belt Today. It's a sound stuck on repeat at Humtown Products in Latonia. The mechanical back and forth of 3D sand printers.
We run them 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. And then on Sundays, they just run themselves.
It's also the sound of an industry that's changing, with Humtown leading the way. They still make sand molds for metal parts like they've been doing since back in the 1970s, but now many of those are being made in these machines, opening up a new world of possibilities.
Change can be difficult, but also change can be good if it's balanced in the current environment you're in with the future environment that you're headed towards.
Just take a look behind me. When I was here about a year and a half ago, they had 2 of these machines. Now they're already up to 7, with more expected to be on the way in the future, showing that not only is this working, but it's a sign of things to come.
If you're not working on tomorrow today, you're not going to have it tomorrow.
LaMancha says it's all possible because of the ecosystem here in the valley between places like America Makes, the Youngstown Business Incubator, and YSU, creating a situation you literally won't find anywhere else on the planet.
This is actually a facility that has more S-Max sand printers than anywhere in the world right now. And it's because of we, not me, not Humtown.
Now what this does is allow a company like Humtown to jump in immediately in a time of crisis, like we saw just a few months ago in Texas when cold weather shut down the power grid, cracking pipes that needed replaced in a hurry.
We stand a very good opportunity with this kind of a system, in the NCCDM and America Makes, to be able to respond in days to crisis situations.
It also brings a little bit of whimsy to an industrial site. LaMancha loves new ideas and innovation, and with these machines, it's all possible.
The limit is only by, your imagination.
Imagination that runs wild at a place like this. Now, by the way, every time they add a machine, it's 2 to 3 jobs that come along with it. And they're also heavily involved in the educational aspect of this, once again, with an eye on the future. As for the present, this is also a pretty big day at Humtown. The Executive Committee for Additive Manufacturing with the American Foundry Society will be touring that facility. So joining us this morning to dive even deeper into Humtown's role in all of this is Brandon LaMancha, joining us live this morning. Brandon, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, glad to do it. So even the fact that there is an additive manufacturing branch of the American Foundry Society, how big of a step forward is that?
It's really amazing. There hasn't been a new division, for, probably 10 or 20 years in the AFS, which has been around, for a very long time. Metal casting, has not seen this type of industrial change, this technology integration. So very, very exciting. And then under that division, we have, 4 subcommittees. So it's really taking traction. So we're really glad to be a part of that and glad to host that today.
Yeah, no, not only a part of it, but I mean, you guys have really taken a leading role in all this. Why is it so important for you guys to be leading the charge in this effort?
Yeah, the foundry industry, when my grandfather started the company in 1959, there was over, I believe, 5,000 foundries in the United States. And now we're down to less than 2,000. So unless we take some bold action and really engage, in new technologies and new processes, like I've seen over in Europe and Asia, we're looking, to see that number dwindle. But if we can really engage and really be a leader, I think that there's a lot of jobs that can be, held here in the United States that we can, revive that industry. And that's what we're trying to do. And, America Makes, one of the first project calls that we did with America Makes in the infancy was to accelerate the adoption of additive manufacturing in the foundry industry. And, I think this is just proof of how valuable, having America Makes in our backyard is, and how valuable, taking a lead in that operation has, helped us grow as a company.
Yeah, and I mentioned the ecosystem in the story that we just had. I mean, is there a sense of pride? The fact that you're doing this here, proving that we are a hub for this kind of technology.
Yeah. I mean, you look, all around this area, things, are really, we're also taking a tour down at the YBI, this morning and looking at Juggerbot, some other really good success stories that have come out of this valley. And, that stems from, the YBI and, America Makes and YSU. Everybody has really come together as a team and say, hey, we're putting our flag here. We're saying, this is the ecosystem. This is the area where you want to come, if you want to really advance and take it from, printing desktop, items to, real production and real parts that are, industrial and, and to be hit in the market. We're actually, planting that flag in Youngstown and saying, this is where you come.
And it's honestly, even from an outsider perspective, it's been fun to see how quickly even you guys have been able to expand this so much. So how much has this additive facility been able to expand the capabilities for your company in particular?
Yeah, I mean, when we started this, we were on the other side of Latonia in a really beautiful building, but, we quickly, went from one machine to two machines. And, I even looked at this facility, which is almost 100,000 square feet dedicated to additive manufacturing. And, I told Mark and, my father, I said, I think, this is a little bit of a, too big of a step. And, I couldn't have ever estimated that we would have grown this fast. We have 7 machines on site today that we're going to be showing at the tour. We have 2 more pieces of equipment that are en route to this facility. So, by the end of the week, we'll have 9 3D printer machines in this building. And, these are large format, these are not desktop, size machines. It's just really, I'm really humbled, to see how far this has grown. And, it hasn't been any one work of, it's been the entire team. Even our conventional, facility over in Columbiana, it feeds into this. And, we flex out our workforce, if we're busy here and busy there. So, the Valley, and our company team, has really been a big part of our success.
And it's been fun to watch that success happen in front of our eyes. And we're excited to see what the future lies in store for you guys too. Brandon, thank you so much for taking some time out and joining us for Tech Belt today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you much. All right, let's switch gears and send things out to Emily Frazzini. She's out and about in Youngstown taking a look at the forecast for us this morning.